that when people say so. Oh my God.
I'm sitting here with Michelle Sohan from Bakery Treatz. We're discussing, among other things, this little boy that was murdered yesterday. Michelle's telling me that he's a regular at the store. Michelle.
Yes, sir. Yes, I mean, it's disturbing. Today, whole day I've been really upset. I mean, this is a little child I know from since he going to school, knowing all the activities his uncles are always bringing in here. So here this last night I couldn't sleep at all. I mean, it was ridiculous. I'm really, really upset right now because this is a life unnecessary again. We'll be losing in Trinidad. And meal come this morning to be woken up from hearing that Gregory from Puffinstock was kidnapped. The man wants to open his bakery at 4 o'clock in the morning. What hard-working people deserve this? It's really, really unfair and no questions, no answers. It's just confusing why we should be here doing anything at all. I feel like locking up shop now. As my feeling today, if I had the choice, I'd do it right away. I wasn't responsible for so many people and all my commitments.
How's it affecting you and your business and stuff?
Well, I mean, you're seeing people are afraid to come out. You're seeing people don't want to carry the children anyway. But not even in homes you're safe anymore. I mean, Landspark has had so much crime this last meeting. Nobody knows about it. I mean, except for us who are in the area and you're hearing stuff. The bakery is a place you hear so much things. But you know, nothing being done. And you know, we need the police presence. Since, I have to say, since Jonathan Abraham left, I really don't know, I don't feel like we have that kind of commitment from the central police, even.
Businesses closing down up here?
Oh, a lot of businesses, a lot of places. We not only, stricken by crime, but then people just don't want to work either. Trinidadians still have this give meals and give meal free syndrome. People coming in, they have no education, but they want a huge salary. Nobody wants to work late, nobody wants to work weekends because the line is always there. You know, the whole mentality is confusing right now.
The business climate is frustrating now.
It is. And on top of that, you can't get US. You literally have to see how you could negotiate with companies a way to buy their goods with credit card and pay a fee because they usually will only take wire transfers. I've not gotten US from the bank in months. So everything around is against a business person, and then on top of that, we have to be legitimate and we pay our taxes, we do everything is right. But then you have all these pop-up places that just running off of Facebook, scamming people. I could tell you, oh, that's another issue. Scamming people, they're not paying any commercial rates on electricity, any taxes, they're not legitimate or anything. And yet, you know, these are the competitions that we have to deal with as well. I mean, it's all around.
I keep making noise about the Quelo Kiss people selling on the side of the road.
They are very lucky. You know, I pray for the day that I decide to go on the side of the road and set up a mini parlor with everything and nobody tells me anything.
And pay nothing, it costs you nothing to do it.
Don't mind, you have drains right there, open drains, you have the fumes of the vehicles, everything. But again, if consumers are buying from them and patronizing, then what's the thing? I mean, Trinidadians don't boycott anything for a reason.
But what would the health department do to your establishment if you were making food and selling it under those conditions?
Exactly. I have visits here all the time. You know, we have strict conditions. Our health department is in here all the time. And I like them being here because I want to be an example in terms of what we're doing. But at the end of the day, they complain they don't have enough staff to go out and do what they're supposed to. Look, you know in the States, somebody cannot make something from their home and sell it unless they're registered and they have a badge. Here, Tom, Dick and Harry making things when people getting sick and all kind of thing, nobody cares about that. Look up to Monday morning, a man coming here crying, he meets somebody in a mall car park to pick up a cake. Right? Tell me about this. You do a transaction over Facebook, you don't know where the thing come from, what kind of kitchen they have, what kind of fridge they put in your stuff in. Meet in a car park, of course, to get something totally bogus, and then reach here for Michelle to fix it.
Would you say that this current climate
is disastrous?
Frustrating to business?
It is, it is. After 13 years, I no longer feel that I want to be part of this business or entrepreneurial.
But Bakery Treatz is a growing institution in Chaguanas.
I mean, it has. I mean, the brand has grown really well. I'm amazed, you know, I've been so many places and people know about us. But you have to understand, a consumer never knows what we have to go through. I mean, I am totally frustrated as a business person right now. Really and truly. I mean, you rightly said, it's the first time you're seeing me smiling, it's, bubbly. I'm feeling that I don't have any reason to. And on top of that, you have a big rent to pay. You know, there's no kind of leverage there in terms of negotiating with your landlord. And a lot of petty issues you have to deal with. There's only so much mentally too that you can deal with. I mean, at the end of the day, I have to be a creative person. This does not facilitate me at all.
But you've been blazing a trail with the Trinidad flag across the world with your...
That is almost sad, isn't it? Look, I have this big competition. No, I have this big competition coming up in Italy, and I've written to the government ministries, not even asking for financial support, just some kind of recognition that I'm representing Trinidad and Tobago, and I've gotten nothing.
But wouldn't you think that after the type of accolades that you've won, that the government should at least acknowledge you and support you?
It would have been nice, but let me tell you something. I actually tried to sign up with the Artist Registry Board, the big billboard that they have by Napa. I didn't get through online because there wasn't a category for me, and when I called the number, the girl on the line says, "You are not an artist." And I guess it's because I don't dance and I don't sing or don't play carnival. I'm not an artist. I said, "Thank you, ma'am," and I put on the phone. Why would I want to talk to somebody so illiterate?
When you leave and you go to all of these established countries and see the systems, those people who you compete against and beat, but see the advantages that they have and the support that they get, it don't make you feel to migrate?
I mean, imagine the President of the United States would send a good luck note to the person taking part in the States. KitchenAid would actually make a specific mixer for the person. You know, when you see all these things, when all the countries have such support and stuff, I mean, and there you're in a little country, the first of the Caribbean islands to ever been chosen for something so grand, and nobody gives a hoot. You know, it's a really, really a sad situation. At the end of the day, so far, I mean, I'm lucky that I've been able to support my endeavor. I've been able to support all the training. I've been going abroad quite a lot. I have to say, thank God, I could sponsor myself. So when people come in here and find Bakery Treatz isn't sponsoring them as freely anymore, it's because they have to sponsor Michelle Sohan now.
But as you say that, there are other people in this country that are talented that you would assume that they're being frustrated out of the business.
Oh yeah, of course, definitely. I mean, you know, you talk about boosting entrepreneurism and, you know, all these small business, but nothing is being done. Absolutely nothing.
So there's nothing for you to access for any kind of support?
I felt like, I mean, I had done some training with Export TT last year and year before, and it amounted to zero at the end of the day, because how could people be training you about exporting and doing business if they're not in it themselves? If you're not in business, you cannot give me advice, you know. Everything you read in a book is all ideal.
It's no match for experience.
I sit down and I listen to it. I mean, all those people doing their MBAs and things, when you put them into a business field, they cannot adapt and respond.
But I've said that.
It's different.
But I've said that you can't become a master in 9 months of a business. I've said that over and over. Everybody's a master now.
Everybody running down education and stuff, but nobody wants to take the time to learn on the field.
If you could speak to the government right now from a business person's point of view and a business person in Chaguanas, what would you say? What would you say that you need? What could the government do?
I want to be treated fairly, number one. We can't function when there's so much crime around. And, you know, systems could be put in place with respect to the police presence and the securities and everything else. You know, something as simple as the traffic situation is caused simply because decisions have been made to divert traffic that the roads were not built for. Nobody looking at those things, nobody in it. When it comes to business, we can't even get the US. I could produce my invoices and still not get the US allocated to it. I have to use my credit card all the time, right? At the end of it all, workers are an issue. The only people willing to work are illegal people. Because everybody else can make more money by doing something illegal.
Or CPAP and URP.
See, I am jealous of it. I would love to sign up now for a CPAP job, because when I'm driving to work in the morning, everybody's already sitting under a tree in their uniforms, all relaxed, because they're already signing and they're waiting to sign out. CPAP as I'm aware, CPAP was created to train people to come out, but nobody in CPAP was to work on a full-time job after. They stay in that system. Where's the training?
I'm telling you, the type of business mind that you have, we do not want you migrating. We're going to need you for the day that we form a proper government in this country. We're going to need people like you on board to help chart the way forward.
Well, I will tell you, I mean, right now, if I was given the opportunity at this moment, Phillip, I would be gone. because I feel my presence is just like every other life in Trinidad. There's no value. Honestly. You know, I'm worried for all these young children, all these little children going to school and stuff, and they're being preyed upon by people. You know, look at the situation. Tell me, you have to hold up somebody and kill a 13-year-old child. His life didn't even start.
It's madness. But we're working hard, Michelle. We're working hard to try and get this changed, and we don't want you to go anywhere. So I'm telling you, we're going to need you on board, right?
Well, I already planned to sign up for Match.com tonight, so...
Take care, darling. Thanks a lot for this.
Okay.